Rule 5 is something that can be really cool if done right. And this is when you have a sentence and then you have a colon and then you have another sentence after that that's an example of that sentence. So for instance, in this sentence we have, I bought a talking Yoda doll because I wanted to learn the ways of the Force. Now the problem with this is that you cannot have a colon used with an independent clause on one side and a dependent clause on the other side. So that one's not going to work. In order to make that sentence work, we just need to get rid of the colon. Now the problem with that sentence, though, also is that if you really, really wanted to use the colon, the sentence after it isn't really a good example of the first part. Really, for this one, you really just need a semicolon instead. So it's not going to work with a colon. Another sentence would be, the teacher had some great advice. And that's a really good sentence. And if we have a colon after that, then we could have what the example was right after that. So the teacher had some great advice, colon, turn your homework in on time. You could also say something like, the teacher said something startling, colon, shut up. In this next sentence, this would be the type of one that you might see in a paper. The author shows the character's sexism throughout the book when they interact with the only female character, colon, don't talk to us, get back in the house. So the quote is an example of the sexism that it mentions at the very beginning. After you really kind of master having an independent clause on both sides, there's another way to where you can have a group of words after the colon. So in this one, we have the child wanted the one toy that can make her happy, a singing Elsa doll. And in that one, we don't have an independent clause after the colon, but we have a group of words that specifically tie back to the original sentence.